my god. Oh, tough. I'm a tough.
Kendrick Lamar came out. Word to my mother. If anybody was there, y'all felt it. Crowd was, bro, they was just not performance. Oh my god, they add sound effects to the NFL. Oh my fucking god. So right here, there was no sound. I just heard crowd sounds. All my life right here, there was no sounds.
This halftime show is garbage. Be mad at me. It's garbage. Garbage. Of all garbage. Hot trash. A fire dumpster. I'm not impressed.
Does anybody else think this is the worst halftime show for the Super Bowl ever? Ever?
You see, what these people, streamers, content creators don't understand is that Kendrick Lamar never intended for a Super Bowl performance to appease everyone. Kendrick literally used the Super Bowl as a protest. Now, I've seen a bunch of different interpretations of the symbolism that Kendrick used in his performance, and I share a lot of similar opinions with other commentators. But of course, I'm also going to be adding my own interpretations throughout the video, which I don't think people have covered yet. Starting off, we have the GNX, which was center of the stage. GNX is the name of Kendrick's album, also the type of car that Kendrick's dad drove him home in as a newborn from the hospital. As the show starts, Kendrick's performers emerge out of that car. And just based off that intro alone, I can already tell that Kendrick and his team put a lot of thinking and attention to detail into this performance. Now, I did hear a lot of complaints about the track list and how Kendrick should have used different songs, you know, more pop songs that everyone would be able to sing along to. But see, that's the point. His song choice was very intentional. His main goal isn't for the people who attended the Super Bowl to have this good old jolly time. He's trying to wake these people up.
That's all PG Lane. That is us sitting day in, day out, from the edits, the production, the stage design, the music, the sound tech. It's everything across the board, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of creative individuals. I can't sit here and say it's all me, because these are people that are just as passionate and want to see us win, but also want to put out something that lives a long time.
Something that lives a long time. Kendrick's intention is very clear just in that statement. See, Kendrick could have easily went with his old classics and pop songs that everyone would know. People would have had a jolly good time, everyone would have vibed out and sang along. But in my opinion, if he took that route, that would have invalidated Kendrick as an artist and as a person and what he says he stands for. Because one thing we can all agree on is that Kendrick Lamar is huge on social justice. So if he would have got on the arguably biggest American stage and then chose to throw all that to the curb, you know, all the social justice, the positivity, and didn't use that moment, that opportunity to highlight the social injustice, it would have made him a fraud. Especially when you have Donald Trump and a bunch of other billionaires in the stadium watching. And on top of that, we have this current political climate with so many injustices happening. If he wouldn't have spoke on that, it would just show that he capitulated to the system. So yes, I'm glad that he made this performance a protest. I'm glad that even though he probably knew that people wouldn't be too hot about his performance on this probably once in a lifetime opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl, he still stuck to his values. And you know, the crazy part in this is that Kendrick Lamar completely predicted how all of this was gonna play out, how people would react, how America would react. And I'm gonna show you how. Jumping into the actual performance, we got Samuel Jackson playing Uncle Sam.
It's your Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam in this case representing the American government, white America, patriotism, and in my opinion, capitalism as well. Throughout the performance, we get dialogue from Uncle Sam expressing how he feels about the situation. In my opinion, the game is a reference to American society and the system. Uncle Sam is questioning whether he knows how to navigate the system, and whether Kendrick Lamar is gonna give a performance that pleases or displeases the system. Kendrick's first song is Squabble Up, which I feel like is a introduction to where he comes from. The lyrics and the beat kind of give this old school LA type of sound, which is kind of Kendrick's way of saying, yes, we're here, introducing himself to the crowd. First off, we have the title Squabble Up, which is a pretty common LA term for fighting. So you already know just off of that he's referencing where he's from. Then we have lyrics like, Mr. Get Off, I get off and mop feet. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means to fight someone. When you get off on someone, you basically rush them, you blitz them, you put hands on them. And I'm not saying that these terms are exclusive to LA, but all throughout the lyrics, we have terms that reference LA. For example, we got Kraken, we got, again, Squabble Up, we got Bunk Skunk. Overall, the song had a really old school LA vibe to it, from the lyrics to the music video all the way to the beat. And then this was Uncle Sam's reaction to Kendrick. Uncle Sam wasn't too happy about that ghetto performance. And what do you know? These are some of the reactions that we got after the performance.
I didn't understand one word of the halftime show. Did you? I need a translator. This is not music. This is some loser mumbling. There is nothing artistic or redeeming about this.
Nobody's even singing along. This show has been bad.
The next song that Kendrick plays is Humble. He talks about his background growing up in poverty and having to commit crimes. I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. And then he juxtaposes his life then when he was poor to his life now when he has wealth. But now I'm counting this Parmesan where my accountant lives. And of course, Parmesan is cheese, which is another way of saying bread or money or currency. After performing Humble, a song themed around humility, Kendrick then goes on to perform DNA, where he talks about, I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. On the other hand, the song also says, I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I got dark, I got evil, that rot inside my DNA. So Kendrick performed these songs which talk about hardship and struggle, but also talk about wealth and inspiring hope and letting people know what they're capable of. Next up, we'll get this performance where Kendrick Lamar is surrounded by these black men who fit the description of what your stereotypical ghetto black man would look like, at least in certain people's opinions, if you know what I mean. These guys have dreadlocks, they have on chains, they're wearing hats, and they have grills. And on top of the street light could be Kendrick's dead homie, especially when
with a new perspective, because what is the garden? Why was it raining in the beginning of the song? Like the whole visual just changed to me, and I'm realized, right? But they're all in white, so.
And you know, despite the negative reviews from certain demographics of people, a lot of black people definitely got the message. We got people saying stuff like that Deduct One Life got me too. When I first heard Man at the Garden, I kind of figured he was at a cemetery, but when he said Deduct One Life, I automatically figured it out. Cheat code stronger together, so our cheat code as minorities is having that unity and supporting one another. Don't forget in Whacked Out Murals, he says he lost 16 friends and there's 16 homies behind him in all white. That's crazy. So they were angels. After performing Man at the Garden, Kendrick performs Peekaboo, and this is another song that has that same LA vibe. We get lyrics like what they talk about, they talk about none, and that's real like LA sounding, LA speak just in general. He talking about, let me FaceTime my op, I'm up the street, he on the ground, I praise God and start stomping feet. Brief intermission, I'm trying to get to 100k subs, so I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe on this channel and on my reaction channel 4D Shams Live. Also join my Discord and follow me on Instagram. Love y'all. Hey, pull off in a Lamb, double park it all at Tams, Mr. Get Off on your mans. And if you don't know, Tams is a popular food spot in LA hoods. So yeah, anytime Kendrick is talking about some sort of ops or fighting someone, you already know he's talking about Los Angeles because that's where he had most of his, you know, criminal background, his involvement in gang activity. And it's pretty common that LA is known for its gang activity, and Kendrick has said in previous interviews that he was heavily involved in that back in the day. After Peekaboo, Kendrick performs Luther and All the Stars with SZA. And these are the songs that I would say fit that mainstream image. They're more pop songs that'll make you feel good, and you know, they have a real chill vibe to them. And of course, this was Uncle Sam's reaction to them.
That's what America wants. Nice and calm. You're almost there.
And one thing I want to highlight is that some people said that Kendrick made this performance around Drake and centered it around his beef with Drake.
Kendrick, you're way bigger than this. I'm gonna keep it so a buck. This is the Super Bowl. What, he probably gonna do this one time? Bro, he way better than just a who does Drake. That should not be this career. Like this, bro.
But in truth, Kendrick delivered a message. He also gave you pop songs that people would like, and then he performed Not Like Us. And I feel like the main reason that people feel like Kendrick made this performance about Drake is because Drake, even though he's a Canadian, represents a lot of the things that are wrong with American society. Drake is known for being a culture vulture, gaining fame and wealth off of black culture, but not doing his part to speak up about issues that matter, or even giving back in a meaningful way to the medium that put him on. And for anyone saying that people are only hating on Drake because it's a trend, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Because we've had a multitude of rappers come out saying that Drake is a snake. Like, so many people are saying that Drake helped all these people and then they're just backstabbing him, but that's not the case. Even if someone helps you, if they turn around and do something that backstabs you, that doesn't cancel it out just because they did you a favor in the past. It doesn't matter if you did me 1,000 favors. It's certain things that if you do, certain lines that if you cross, it nullifies all of that. And I genuinely don't think it's fair for people to be mad at Kendrick for performing Not Like Us, because it's his song. Even if it's a diss, that doesn't matter. It's a song he made, and if it's blowing up, he has every right to perform it. And a lot of people forget that a part of rap and hip-hop history is battle rap. Like, this isn't something new. People have been making diss tracks for decades now. We got 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Eminem, Ice Cube, all types of people. And I mean, if we're being honest, when it comes to rap beefs, the stuff that Kendrick has done doesn't even compare to the stuff that 50 Cent has done. That man will beef with you for decades. And we don't even gotta go that far back. Y'all remember when Drake was beefing with Meek Mill? The way he dragged that nigga? Drake was performing the song back to back in like every venue. But for anybody wondering, here's some more theories about the Super Bowl pertaining to Drake. Now, some of these I'm like 100% sure that they're directed at Drake, and some of them I'm like 50-50. It really depends on how deeply you think Kendrick and his team despise Drake and how far they're willing to go.
Kendrick, when he was rapping on stage, started singing Peekaboo in the X. Why? Because he's trying to say Drake killed X.
80 pointers like a Kobe game.
Where did he do it? The 30-yard line. 30-yard line. What's the Roman numeral? Roman numerals of 30 is X, X, X. Also, he had 2 of Drake's X's plus the X on stage. Yeah. X, X, X. What was Tentacion known for? Split hair, the black dreads, the blonde dreads. Yeah. If you notice the backup dancers, did they have that? A split of black, and they also had red. Oh my God. When Kendrick opened, how did he look like rapping? He was like this. He was crouched down, just like the XXL freestyle. Freestyle. Yeah.
We circulate through us. Everybody must be judged.
Fate will be plentiful, death will be bountiful. I will spend none of
Everyone thought Kendrick's chain, the small A, was for A minor. No, it's not. It's for PJ Lang. Kendrick, that's his brand. Who is Drake signed under? Sony. So it's PJ Lang versus Sony, the controller. That was like a double entendre. Oh, shit. When Kendrick was backstage after his performance, did you realize what he was wearing? He had a diamond binky, put it in his mouth, and he started dapping hands up. Like a pacifier? Yeah, like a pacifier, because like as a baby, as a kid. Oh.
Say Drake, I hate you like I'm young.
And he wore a t-shirt, keep those people away from me. You know how in the back, when they had Game Over at the very end? There was another one. Yeah. Wrong way or something? Yeah. Remember when Uncle Sam was like, deduct 1 life.
Deduct 1 life.
And then he goes into the X and then starts singing Peekaboo, referencing X.
And for the last song of the halftime show, Kendrick performs TV Off, and we get lyrics like, few solid niggas but it's not enough, say you bigger than myself but it's not enough, I get on they ass, yeah somebody gotta do it, I'll make them niggas mad, yeah somebody gotta do it, this revolution been televised, I fell through with the knickknacks. And that part about the revolution being televised is the part that stood out to me the most, because I think that's the overarching theme of the song. I feel like in every Kendrick song there's at least like 1 or 2 lines that matter the most, that he wants us to pay attention to the most. And I think that one was probably it for that song. And one thing it reminds me of is Jill Scott Heron's "The Revolution will not be televised." And if you guys don't know what that means, I'll let the man explain it himself.
Revolution wasn't televised in the 60s. Is it going to be televised in the 90s?
Well, you know, the catchphrase, what that was all about, the revolution will not be televised, that was about the fact that the first change that takes place is in your mind. You have to change your mind before you change the way you live and the way you move.
So yeah, I definitely feel like Kendrick's goal with the Super Bowl halftime performance was to try to inspire some sort of wake-up call within people. Now, whether you like the performance or not, thought it could have been better or just hated it downright, one thing you gotta respect is how authentic Kendrick is, especially when you got people like Snoop Dogg who did a complete 180 from this.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jiggle ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the f out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself. The final call.
To this. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for me. And if you want to join the 40 fam and be a part of 40 World, go ahead and join my Discord channel. And if you didn't know, your boy definitely knows how to put that shit on, so go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'm gonna be dropping heat on there very soon. All links are in the description below. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching, and yo gang, can you like subscribe to my reaction channel? 40 Shams Live. I know I already said it, but like, come on gang, come on, do me a favor. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, but not for real though, keep turning me up, bruh. 40 Shams, 40 World. I'm out. Love y'all.